All right, here's part two, talking about software and all that kind of stuff. Over here is where a lot of things have changed. Computer is a MacBook Air M3 with 24 gigs of RAM, the 15-inch version. So I was using an M1, which I still use from time to time, but now it's the M3 and it works like a charm. Down here is where a lot of things have shifted. The case is an SKB Studio Flyer 2 rack unit case, audio interface, Scarlett 18x20 from Focusrite. And then this is a custom panel with, currently it's just my like MIDI and USB ins and outs, but that's where everything is housed. So same kind of gear, just packaged differently. This is where I've got the Nord running into, and so it comes from the Nord into here, and then it goes out the master outputs of this interface, and so it bypasses the computer to where if I need to, I can turn the Nord on and have piano and pad while I get this back up. This guy, Samsung T7, same hard drive as before with Ableton Live with all my sounds. Run pianos, pads, synths, everything comes out of here, and this guy is just, these are just MIDI controllers in this case. We go around to the back, pretty simple. This is a power conditioner. I just have it flipped backwards so that I could have that panel on the front. And then these are currently running the 4 outputs. This interface though has 10 outputs. I don't know if you can see it in there. 10 outputs, 8 inputs. And so it's a little bit overkill for what I use it for the weekends, when I use it on the weekends, but eventually I want to use this for other things. But for right now, it's just that keys rig that can run at least 4 outputs. The long-term plan with that rig is that I could also use it to record stuff at home, mainly drums, using 8 mics, or it can be expanded with optical inputs and stuff. So I could expand it to a lot more inputs, but even just off the start, using all 8 channels to record drums would be really helpful. And then the third kind of use is that I could use it to run tracks as like a standalone tracks rig. In theory, I could run keys and tracks out of the same rig and be fine, depending on how many channels I wanted, but I could use this just as a tracks rig on its own because it has 10 outputs just on board the unit, which is plenty to run tracks and click and whatnot. So that's kind of long-term use for this, but for the moment, it's just a really cool and really well put together keys rig. So yeah, that's Keys Rig 2025.